So did you know that in the Silver Millennium, Beryl was actually a sorceress? Beryl was a low-ranking sorceress in the Earth Kingdom, and she was in love with Endymion, who was in turn in love with Serenity, and then Beryl got insanely jealous and vowed to destroy her, to get Endymion all to herself, and then she sold her soul to Queen Materia, and blah blah blah. You know the story of how the first arc of Sailor Moon came about. And I want you to keep in mind that Beryl is turning all of this rage against a 14-year-old girl. And she, a woman at least in her 20s, is fawning over a teenage young man who is probably very firmly rooted into the fuck all of this responsibility and my parents, and I just want to blow this popsicle stand, I hate everything phase that everybody tends to go through in their mid to late teens. I mean, it's kind of like if I was like fawning all over One Direction and raging against actual 14, 15-year-old girls on Twitter about how Harry was my one and only true love and they couldn't deserve him and how dare they even try to comprehend how much they love him when I love him more. Okay, maybe me from like 2 years ago doing this would have made more sense because apparently they're all in their 20s. I don't know anything about One Direction except one of them's name is Harry, and that's about. I like my men to be at least 12 years older than me. We're moving on. In the present day, Beryl was also a normal human woman until she came across Queen Materia. And I also haven't quite figured out what she was doing in the North Pole that she could come across the ruins of the Dark Kingdom and Queen Matelia's imprisonment point. Maybe she was an environmental scientist who was up there trying to figure out how to save the polar bears or something. Or maybe she was compelled to go there by dreams, like the same way that Mamoru was being compelled to find the silver crystal. I'd be very interested to know if that was the case, because then I would want to know how she got funding to just be transported up to the North Pole. That's pretty expensive. So in every incarnation of the story, Beryl has this same character setup: unrequited love and revenge. I mean, it's a pretty powerful motivator, but each story has its own slight changes. The new musical, for instance, specifically refers to Beryl as Queen Beryl in the Silver Millennium flashback, which puts a whole new political spin on the unrequited love story. It's saying that if Endymion had accepted her feelings, then he would have avoided a whole lot of political tension between countries on Earth. Never minding the fact that the whole love affair between Serenity and Endymion had brokered the peace and friendship treaty in the first place between the Earth and the Moon, which is how we got to the whole it's the anniversary garden party of 1 year of friendship and shit, everything's gone to pieces flashback montage thing that we had. Politics tends to fuck things up a lot. But by far, my favorite incarnation of Beryl was in Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, the live action. The actress is like 99% of the reason why I love this portrayal. She gave like zero fucks about anything and went so over the top, but she made it work, and it was so perfect with the whole setup in the show itself. I mean, because Beryl herself in the show kind of gave zero fucks. At the end of the day, all she wanted was like everybody to adore her and love her. I mean, she also wanted to get rid of Sailor Moon and take over the world and get the Silver Imperium Crystal and whatever, but like, you know, that's kind of down the list. As long as she had like her 4 generals around her like showering her with affection, then she was like, I'm okay. I don't really care that nothing happened today because you all love me and that's all that I need. So over the next couple of weeks, we're gonna like slowly be going over some of the villains, a general overview kind of, talking about a little bit of intrigue here and there, but I got a lot going on. It was very difficult to even write these 2 episodes, so I apologize if you're expecting a lot. It's very difficult for me to find time to write and do all this. My head at the end of the week is so very, very, very fuzzy and very not wanting to focus on anything but playing The Sims and Minecraft. And yeah. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week. We'll talk about the generals. Okay, bye. In the new anime, We Only Wish. I don't know if you can hear this, but somewhere there is a loud Korean man singing, and I would want him to stop because I'm filming.